Hello, every pony. Corpulent Brony here, coming at you live with another episode of Pony Palaver. This is the show where I'm going to go ahead and talk with you guys in a fairly unedited format, talking about the new episode of The Pony Show we just got to see today. And boy, oh boy, it was a good one. I mean, a Twilight Sparkle episode, finally again, you know? Awesome. Can I say that? Okay. I will say it. I don't need your permission. Good show, man. Good show, Neil Dusudor, or whatever your name is. Okay, so this episode was a really interesting one because it's the first sort of Discord episode where we have Discord sort of being bad, but he's not really up to the level of his old really, really bad stuff. He's evolved now, which is sort of what I predicted, might I say, would happen, that his character is not quite what it used to be on purpose, because he's now been infested and just infested with friendship or something like that. Oh man, like what I get out of this episode, the whole having inside jokes and things, I think everyone can totally sort of understand where Twilight was coming from. That, you know, sometimes some of our friends hang out and they get some inside jokes and you feel like really left out. At the same time, sometimes you hang out with them and you get some inside jokes that are freaking hilarious and you laugh about them with your friends, and then other people come in and say, "What's so funny?" And it is a little annoying to be like, you had to be there, you little, you know, you missed out, bro. I'm sorry, but you missed out. It's kind of sad to say, but these things happen, yo. So we could all sort of feel, or at least I could understand where Twilight was coming from, being upset about this. And let me go ahead and segue from that, though, from the whole moral of the story sort of thing. I want to segue into Twilight Sparkle, though. As you know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Purple Pony Princess. I know, you know, there's a lot of people out there who are mad that she got wings. There's a lot of people still suffering because she got wings. And I went through that phase, but you know what? It was a phase for me. I got over it, and I'm kind of happy I did. Because what we see in this episode is that she's not the infallible person or pony that everyone made her out to be. Everyone said since the end of season 3 that now here we have this princess who's totally infallible, nothing bad can happen. And I was even in arguments with people who say, well, tell me, you know, if you exclude this event, including amending fences this season, you know, when has she ever been infallible? Well, this episode gives us a perfect example of that, and it brings back those memories from seasons 1 and 2. And I don't know, she wasn't really much in season 3, but it brings back those memories from seasons 1 and 2 of Twilight Sparkle having these internal struggles that she had, like we saw in It's About Time, where she slowly went crazy through the day. I think Lesson 0, or maybe it's Lesson 0, where both of those had a build up to like this crazy little outburst. Same thing happened in this episode. There was a build up to an outburst, and it was all based around scientific evidence. In fact, even I believe it was Feeling Pinky King, right? Was that the one with the pinky tail twitch? Even that episode, same thing. She was trying to scientifically go after something that you can't really explain scientifically. In fact, Discord, you could tell when she started setting up these little scenarios to try and recreate the events. Discord himself knew it was gonna fail. And it wasn't because anything he'd have to do to make it fail. It just naturally was gonna fail. And the one variable, as soon as they started talking about variables, I kept thinking to myself, I know exactly where Discord is going to go with this. As soon as he latched onto that was, hey, Twilight, you're here. Maybe that's why it's not funny. You know, that's right where he went, in fact. So, to me, that seemed like a really good scene. You could see he was almost sort of beating Twilight down, and he probably did plan this a little bit. As he said, he sort of got the ponies to sort of not invite her to the events of the weekend. Partly because I think deep and down inside he knew he was going to build a lot of great memories, and he might still be a little weird about Twilight, you know, ever since the Three's a Crowd episode, and even after that, you know, the finale for season 3? 4? 4? Yeah, it was 4, T-Rex. The finale for season 4, where he did sort of double-cross them. I mean, Twilight in the end accepted him back and called him her friend. But I'm sure that still sort of stings a little. I wrote down some notes I wanted to go over real quick. The Bob Ross jokes were very well timed with what's going on with the Twitch stream that went on with him. I don't know if that's still going on, but you know, with his birthday being last weekend, and the Twitch stream going on, that was pretty good timing there. I wonder if that was planned at all. I don't know. I don't know if they could have planned that far out in advance, knowing when the show was going to air. And then there was the visual gag with Back to the Future. Again, very well timed, because that just happened a few weeks ago. The whole anniversary, or the fact that we're now in the future of Back to the Future. We're past where that movie went, Back to the Future 2. So we're past that point in time, you know. Then there was a little reference though with Discord. These Discord episodes, if nothing else, are always great for visual gags and little references here and there for pop culture. It's always a pretty awesome time. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry, I just have a little outline here. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Time travel was mentioned. Remember, Twilight is trying to get back to the moment because, you know, you had to have been there to know what it was like, Twi. Okay, well, you know, maybe we should go there. And her friend, you know, I think it was Pinkie Pie's like, oh, you mean time travel? And Twilight's reaction, I think, you know, you know, there's been a lot of hints of where we might be going with the show in the last episode of the season, and I don't know. I mean, Twilight said something about it being something you don't want to mess with. So, I don't know. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe that was put in there for a reason. I guess time will say. I guess the last thing I wanted to say was really sort of going back to the whole idea of you had to have been there, Twi, and you know, Twilight's talking about how you have to have all the variables correct if you're recreating a scientific experiment. The problem with an experiment, though, is you can never get all the variables correct, as you'll learn in any science class. That's not possible. You can do your best and get as close as possible, but you're not going to be 100%. And especially, I thought it was interesting that Discord pointed out that by Twilight observing them, the situation changes. And of course, that's a real, actual fact in quantum physics. As anyone will tell you, you know, by observing a system, by just merely looking at something, making an observation, you change the system. It's pretty amazing. If you want to know more, Google or search on YouTube for like double slit experiment or Schrodinger's cat. You know, that stuff will sort of tell you a little bit more about quantum physics and stuff. I don't know, maybe I could make a video about that stuff if any of you are interested. I doubt anyone is, because, you know, who cares about science, right? Right? When you got ponies and magic going around. You know, the only one talking about science here is Twilight and me. And by the way, if I had to spend a whole weekend stuck with Twilight inside of a library, sorting books with her on a book sort vacation or book sortcation or whatever the hell she called it. Hey, Spike, you're a whiny little bitch, okay? A whiny little bitch. Bitch. What the hell, man? What the hell? Talk about looking a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, did you see what I did there? See what I did there? Yeah? Of course. Because they're ponies. They're ponies, man. They're ponies. Okay, I know, I'm the only one laughing. Anyway, this episode, I loved it a lot. Wanted to, again, because I didn't do a video last week because, well, I saw that episode weeks ago. Also, I do that podcast on Equestria Confidential, so I always talk about the last episode, but I'm doing this before that podcast. Ha 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 ha. Screw you, Owen. You're not getting my first thoughts first, although I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this video. Anyway, but because of that, I didn't really say anything about the last episode. I didn't do a video on it. It was Scare Master, the Halloween episode. Mwah. Mwah. Beautiful episode. I thought it was really well done. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people didn't like the moral of the story, but I think they just don't understand the moral of Scare Master. The moral being that if your friends want you to do something with them that makes you feel uncomfortable, Because Fluttershy said explicitly, scaring you made me uncomfortable. Then the moral is you don't have to do it. You know, it's almost like a peer pressure thing. If they're making you do something or if they're asking you to do something you don't feel like you really want to do, you don't have to do it. It doesn't mean you're a shut-in because you stay home. It doesn't mean that. It just means there are some things people like to do together. There are some things they'd rather not participate in. It doesn't mean anything negative. That's what the moral of the story is. It's not about, oh, you should just go ahead and be shy forever. Oh, because that's all Fluttershy is good for. As I pointed out in my last video, by the way, the Hearthbreakers one. Yeah, if you look at Marble Pie, you'll see Fluttershy has come a long way from where she used to be. So that entire argument is preposterous. It's silly. It makes no sense at all, you know? So that's really all I have to say about that episode, the Scaremaster. It was a beautiful episode. Loved it. You know, I've been loving season 5 all along. Man, I hope you guys are too. Let me, before I go real quick, I want to show you guys something new I got. Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, so if you've been following me on social media or anything, you've probably seen my new plush here. It's Twilight Sparkle, as you can see. See, she's got wings too. Suck it, she's got wings. Suck it, haha. Haters gonna hate though. See, Twilight Sparkle. Yeah. Okay, anyway. This is from someone called qtpony. He did an awesome job on her. Maybe I'll put a link down below. I don't think he's taking commissions at the moment, but I'm sure at some point he probably will start doing some more again, maybe. But he's got some really awesome skills of a plush maker. This is his first, I think this is his first commission from scratch, like commission. He's made another pony that he just made to see if he could do it. He made a derpy and then sold it. So that's not really a commission though. But this one was, you know, I think his first commission. And it turned out beautifully, like beautifully. He's plushed a few other horses. He likes, this is like the smallest he'll do, by the way. This is huge. See how big the head is? Okay, this is like the smallest plush I think he'll do. But he goes real large, so he'll go like 40 inches or so. So if you guys are looking for your pony plush, you know, and done a really good job. Look at that detail on the eye there. Look at that. It is an applique eye, but it's beautifully done. It's a wonderful eye. It even looks great. You know, it's soft. You know, unlike embroidery, it's nice and soft. And even look at like the Cutie Mark there. Everything's just done really well. But yeah, so he's an awesome plush maker. I would recommend for sure. Yeah. So I guess that's all I got to say. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed my little ranting here about the pony show. And, you know, whatever. I guess maybe I'll come at you the next time I see an episode I really want to talk about. If anyone still cares about watching some fat brony talk about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic on YouTube anymore. Say goodbye, Twilight.